let's start a bit about, what are some of the problems that Clearfeed solves for you, and how's your experience been with those problems? Have they been
Yeah,
solved?
no, great. Even before we got introduced to the Clearfeed solution, right, we knew we had to solve this problem, and we were looking at some native integrations from Slack to Zendesk, Slack to Jira, where you could select a piece of text and say file a Zendesk ticket and and stuff like that. And those got us a little bit, right? Like they did, but it was like, oh, anytime there was a screenshot or a movie, I download it. And it's clearly the basic integration between Slack and these systems of record, so to speak, where, are the ticketing systems or the product boards or wherever, just falls apart, right? So I think for me, when I sort of like spoke with Clearfeed, the Clearfeed solution of or the promise at least of being able to very, very quickly synchronize my Slack conversation with my then system of record, Zendesk, and in some cases, Jira, was great, right? And so, I think when I started it, I, used to work with the submenu, submit a Clearfeed request, and I would see most of it go through. But we loved the ability. Even I used it even today. Just add a ticket emoji and boom, the magic happens, and the entire conversation of multiple messages that are related to that just magically just makes it to the system of record with the screenshots and every other asset that needs to be there, right? So to me, that was really, really good. Also, our customers like it. If they say something and we generate a ticket, they feel, wow, these guys are on it, right? And they get status updates to the ticket via email and Slack. So that was sort of the promise, and I like that. And there were a couple other things that I think Clearfeed, did. Sitting in my position, I'm constantly distracted, between various, happenings in the day, being a co-founder, and you sort of are multitasking by definition, and but still you want to sort of like make sure every request is responded to. And it's very easy in Slack. It's a very dangerous place to sort of get lost. And sometimes I've even had a situation where I've had a Slack message come in and I can't find the Slack message 5 minutes later. And it's like, where did it go? Just because there's so many channels, right? This is where I think Clearfeed really shines. It has almost 10 or 15 times brought to my attention that, hey, at my set threshold of 15 minutes, it said there's been no response to a customer for 15 minutes. Now, I could have set that threshold to 24 hours or, half a day or whatever, but just the kind of shop we wanted to know every 15 minutes if there was a customer request that was not responded to. And I think they have a brilliant way to sort of distinguish between a customer and a team member whose responsibility is to respond to that request. And if any of the quote unquote core team to respond to the request has not done so in that threshold, they send a reminder to the executive persona or something and say, hey, you know what, so-and-so is on vacation, probably not gotten to it. Time to jump in and get to the customer, right? And so this increases tremendously the responsive nature of us and really yields positive NPS scores when our customers are asked in various times of the year, how likely are you to recommend Auryc? These are the kind of things that move the needles to get you those 9s and 10s, which, everybody is doing NPS.